I've been head chef for the last 15 years. 8, 9 years ago, I started to feel that something was wrong, and the doctor said, okay, you have celiac disease. It wasn't easy to work with the celiac disease, especially in Italy.
Oh,
The
yeah.
pasta, pizza, flour.
Yeah, yeah.
Head chef is in control of everything in the kitchen, so you have to taste if something wrong. And I decide if I have to work again in the kitchen, has to be, first of all, my kitchen,
Yes, yeah.
100%. So I
Yeah.
decide what it goes out. And I want to go gluten free because I also want to feel safe when I work.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is to give people the opportunity to get some flavors back. But if you decide that you want to have the option, why I have to get charged to have a disease?
So welcome again to the Food Talks interviews that I'm doing. I'm still in Norway. I'm in Trondheim, and today I'm with Stefano from Flavors Restaurant. That has been, like, I would say, the greatest gluten-free experience I have had in Norway. And if I compare with other places, probably it would be in the top 5. So the products they have, how you treated me, it's been awesome, and I want to really thank you because, I mean, I wanted to eat 4 times here, but yesterday I messed with the schedule, so I couldn't, but I have tried almost everything in the menu of the main big groups. And,
You still sleep?
yeah, and I have to say it's so good. So, Stefano, please introduce yourself, explain a bit how you started with celiac disease, what was wrong with you, let's say in terms of health issues and so on, and then we will start talking about other things.
Okay, so I'm Stefan, I'm Italian. I come from Milan, and I've been a chef for almost 25 years now.
Okay.
And 8, 9 years ago, I started to feel that something was wrong. And when I met my wife, she pressured me because, like me,
Yeah.
she pressured me to get some tests and some, go to the doctor and check what was wrong. And the doctor said, okay, you have celiac disease.
Okay.
I kind of knew it, so we went right for that.
Okay.
Checking. It wasn't easy to work with the celiac disease, especially because
being a chef, you are
yeah,
exposed to everything.
and in Italy,
Oh,
the
yeah.
pasta, pizza, flour.
Yeah.
So when you have also the break, the chef says the break. Most of the time, we prepare the lunch for the familia.
Yeah. For the team. No?
Yeah, for the team, they make pasta. It's very rare that they ask, okay, you have celiac disease, you have to eat something else. Can I make you a salad? And I say,
Yeah.
come on, guys. Have you seen me? I need to eat.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was
So you are
it was
eating
hard.
gluten?
No. After I got diagnosed, I stopped.
Okay.
And, if accidentally, let's call it accidentally, you have to taste something, because especially for me, because I've been head chef for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
So that means that when I got the celiac disease, I was already
Head chef.
not
Yeah.
on top of the hierarchy,
Yeah.
because still you have the executive chef, but
Yeah.
head chef is in control of everything in the kitchen, so you have to taste if something wrong. So yeah.
Okay. So before knowing that you
I used to eat
celiac
gluten.
disease, of course you ate
Yeah.
everything, let's
Yeah.
say. But what were your symptoms?
Headache, dermatitis, and swelling stomach, and
Yeah.
go to toilet
Yeah,
very often
yeah,
and very bad,
okay.
and pain, so much pain, like the intestine was burning. It was like,
Yeah.
it was bad.
But still you had to, I mean, you didn't know, so you ate
Yeah,
normal, let's
yeah,
say. I
yeah.
ate normal, but you ate with
Yeah.
gluten,
Yeah,
and you were very exposed because you had to try a lot of dishes or
yes, especially when we changed the menu, so we had to check
yeah.
the taste. And if you make, I don't know, some fresh ravioli. When I worked in Bologna, fresh pasta is from Emilia, so
yeah. And
Yeah.
the flour was everywhere.
everywhere. And the job I had when I first arrived in Norway was head chef in a very popular cafe with a bakery here in town. So flour was everywhere.
So you were living in a gluten-full atmosphere, let's say.
Yeah, definitely. I remember having kind of, not discussion, but try to confront the bakers and said, guys, this bread is not gluten-free. We can't tell to the people that we have gluten-free products. And like, no, why not? It's a contaminated environment. There's flour everywhere. And so they had to write on the menu that was fine for who had gluten intolerance, not with celiac. Yes, so after a while I just had to leave the working place, not because of the celiac disease, but for other reasons, but And I decide if I have to work again in the kitchen, it has to be, first of all, my kitchen.
Yes,
100%, so I decide what it goes out. And I want to go gluten-free because I also want to feel safe when I work. So and now I'm eating too much.
Okay, so you are still in what you are good at. I have to say that you're really good at it because I've tried. I mean, the gnocchi, the focaccia, the burger, the bun. We have to talk about the bun, burger bun. It's really pan brioche, and the cube. It's awesome. We will get there.
Okay.
So you stopped working as a head chef in this big restaurant and so on. So you, first of all, started probably feeling better because you were not exposed to gluten.
Yeah, I also had some time off, like sabbatic year, let's put it like that.
Okay.
And then I went to work. They called me back to open another place.
Yes.
And there was a manager that wanted me to try all the pizzas. I was focused on the developing the good gluten-free dough with one of the pizzaiolos. But yet they wanted me to taste also because we were developing the menu with the topping. It was supposed to be just a local ingredient, just local topping, even though it was an Italian style pizza.
Yes.
It was palla romana.
What's palla romana?
Palla romana is kind of the pinza.
Yeah.
But you also cook it. I mean, even I think it's pretty much the same thing.
Okay. So you were developing a menu, and you had to
taste.
And
I was trying. I tried to buy those pills, blue knot, something like that.
Does it work?
No.
Okay.
It might work a little for who has just a little intolerance, but I don't even believe in intolerance. You know, I think you have it or you don't. And,
so you're celiac or you're not, but gluten
kind
intolerance.
Of intolerance.
I agree.
It sounds weird, but this is something else. I can prove it anything. I'm not sure.
So you were developing menu, and you, of course, as a head chef, you had to taste the dishes to maybe correct some recipes.
Yeah, because you had to not touch the table.
It's okay. It's okay.
You have to check out the topping together, you know,
with the dough.
If the dough was okay, checking what percentage of water, the hydratation was supposed to be the perfect one for that dough.
Okay.
And I remember there was one person in particular, she asked me, I want you to taste it. You have to. Oh, I was like, yeah, but
I can't.
I'm not supposed to. I can taste the gluten-free one and telling you. So, yeah, I was chewing it and split it.
Yeah.
So, I tried to split it.
So
once the menu was developed, I haven't. Yeah.
So celiac disease kind of interfered
with my job.
Yeah.
It
had a big impact.
I had a big impact. Yes. Okay. So then comes flavor.
Yeah. So you leave the restaurant. You have your sabbatical. You to just get back on track, let's say, and you decide to start your own restaurant. How it worked?
It was kind of. I always wanted my own place.
Yeah.
Okay, every chef wants their own place because it's difficult to, we are. They say the chefs are a little bit crazy. Yeah, I can confirm that
It's
not
true.
just a little bit.
Okay.
It depends on pretty much
Okay.
of the person, but
Okay.
yeah. And it's difficult to deal with other people sometimes. And if you have your own place, you don't have to deal with so many leaders around you that are not your employees.
Yes. So, how did flavors come to your mind? I mean, every chef wants its own kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay. But you were coming from a really big kitchen. Why did you decide to?
I collect all the experience I had
Yeah.
along the way. As I said, I worked as a chef for 25 years. And I tried to understand what would it work good in this town,
Yes.
or in the country, or in general, and then make it gluten free.
Okay.
So in the daytime, I was doing other jobs. I worked as a waiter. I tried to work as a delivery guy, which I didn't like it. It was just 1 month. I was like, no, I can't do that. I'm too connected to the restaurant world. I can do that. And in the evening, on the day off, I was developing the dough. So once the dough was ready, I felt more comfortable to
start.
Yeah, to ask for chances. So when I was doing the driver job, the delivery guy,
Yeah.
I found out that there was an empty mud boat here in Lagrelbe, which is a Matalen food court in Trondheim, just outside the city. And I applied. I applied twice. The first time I applied, I received a no. I said, no, we have already somebody on queue to get the kitchen. Okay, too bad. But I also didn't have very clear idea what the menu was going to be, honestly, because I was still developing my products, And after a couple of months, I applied again. I was like, okay, and then I described the project from very well. I was like, okay, what I want to do is to give people the opportunity to get some flavors back. Because I developed a product that I believe it will kind of cheat the people that eat normal food. Because it's good enough, it's so good that it could be, you don't get it that it's gluten free.
Yeah.
And then I make them taste it. They were curious. They was like, okay, let's talk about it. Yeah. Then they taste it. They taste the product. They taste the cube. How I was going to do it. What's that behind it? What's the cube story? And they were like, okay, we give you the chance to do that. And I remember one of the managers said, probably you shouldn't write that outside that it's gluten free. I was like, no, and I was too proud. I was like, people need to know that it's gluten free,
Yeah.
And then one day, when after we opened, I saw that it was customers going away just because they saw that it was written gluten free. But probably the same customers that they came back, and when after I took the gluten free sign off, now everybody eats here.
Yeah.
And so I also saw that the sales are different since I took off the sign.
Okay.
Sell more.
Before getting into the gluten-free label problem, let's talk first about the name. Because I love the name. I've tasted, I'm so in love with your food that I actually extended 2 more days by staying in Trondheim. Not only because of the interview, because we would have found the time on Saturday morning or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's because of the food. So my mouth is watering now just remembering.
I promise. Once the interview is done, we have lunch together.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
No, why not? I'm hungry already.
Me too. But you're come and try because it's so good. So sorry, I get so excited.
Yeah, the name
when
flavors comes from the fact that actually I did get celiac so far along in my life, no, and just as I said, 8, 9 years ago ish, and I wanted to get it back. I want the food because it's true that gluten-free food can be a little bit different from the food that actually has gluten.
Yeah.
And I was kind of tired not eating well and not fair because when you go outside in any other restaurants, you actually have to pay extra for some food that is not even good enough. I remember once I went to a place, I had a pizza with a friend because it was a birthday, and my pizza was completely burned. I was like, yeah, but you know, it's gluten-free for us to do. I said, okay, stop. We all work in the restaurant business, so you get it you get the wrong customer to say that. I can tell you how to do it. Please make it. And then I waited like 20 minutes, everybody had done. And I also had to pay 30 krona extra. 30 krona extra.
Which is more or less 3 euros.
3 euros.
2.5, 3 euros.
Yeah. Which is because now that I know production price, I can tell that yes, okay, you spend that amount of money more to produce it. Okay, they don't even produce it. I can say that it was a frozen bun, but whatever, they have to pay extra anyway. But if you decide that you want to have the option, why I have to get charged to have a disease? You know, that's not fair. So it's true that Lageralpen has lower prices because we are outside the city center and we need to give an extra reason for people to come, besides the fact that it's 7 good restaurants inside. And they can choose from many different nations. But the main flavors comes from the fact that I wanted to bring the flavor back. And I think we're getting there. We're getting there.
Sorry, you do. So, this brings me to a question before going back to the gluten-free label problem. So 9 years ago you were eating with gluten, and you were enjoying much tastier food and much variety. Despite you had problems then, but all of a sudden you cannot do it anymore. How did you take it? I mean, was it hard? Was it?
It wasn't easy, and started to check.
Especially being a chef.
Yeah, started to check every label, started to check every allergens, and discover new things, discover new products that you could use. And it wasn't always that bad, but it was different. I took it bad because I like to go out and eat, to research, development. And then you can't do it really much anymore, because what research you gonna do about someone that you gave you pizza bun that is defrost and burned because they are not good enough to reheat it, And so it wasn't easy. Definitely not.
So it had impact on your
job
first. That's
and career.
Logic.
So
and
you
career.
have to, sometimes at some point you have to stop. You can't get to be an executive chef if you have to taste everything and develop everything without tasting it.
But now you have your own restaurant that is 100% gluten free. You are the executive head and chef and
owner and everything. I'm everybody. I'm also the dishwasher.
Exactly. and this is also what gives you the liberty also to choose the menu and kind of to decide what to do and which recipes to develop and how to develop them, because you told me that it took you 6 months to get the right
burger bun,
and 1 year to get to the right cube. So this we will get there, but first, gluten-free label. What's the problem with the gluten-free label?
The problem was that people is the fact that people knows that gluten-free food is not as much as good as the regular one.
Gluten-free.
Gluten-free. And I remember being sitting in front of my kitchen, having my lunch during the service. And there was my wife inside cooking. And I saw a couple of people checking the menu. They said, look, there's gnocchi. What's the cube? Sandwich with chicken, ting, tam, tam. Then the husband turned around and says, okay, it's beautiful. It just moved away.
Really?
It just moved away and went to another kitchen. Then I got
Because
up,
of
I
the
took,
gluten-free.
I took the logo.
Yeah.
Okay.
This logo actually was
Flavors need
yeah.
to survive. So
Yeah.
because I want to reach as many people as possible, because flavors makes you happy. It makes
Yeah.
me happy, and I work there. I give myself in that, but
I mean,
it makes me happy.
it's my. I've been in Oslo before coming here and other places. In the other places, we didn't find anything gluten free. In Oslo, there was 100% gluten free bakery. That was okay, but I mean, I actually extended my stay 2 days because of the food.
There is a lot of love
nice.
behind.
The city is nice, but not that nice, I have to say. I mean, you can see it in 2 days
Yeah,
properly. But I've been here 4 days. So 4 nights, 5 days, which is amazing. And it's because of the food. So please tell me a bit more about the menu. What can we find here? That it's everything 100% gluten free, and most of it is also lactose free, or?
Yeah, you can find a lot of lactose-free products. Actually, if you need to have it milk-free, you just need to ask, because we are prepared for that too.
Okay.
We have milk-free cheese, we have milk-free cream,
Okay.
and all the bread, the focaccia bread, it's vegan, so
Okay.
there is no egg or milk in it. The burger buns, they have eggs, which helps to develop it fluffier.
Yeah.
But I use rice milk instead of cow milk.
So which makes it compatible already with gluten free, lactose free, and veggies or vegan people.
Yeah,
Which is very good.
we have the vegan cube, because that allows us to serve to vegans. So
Yeah,
there's no problem at all. And all the sauces are homemade. Mayonnaises are homemade, barbecue sauces are homemade, and most everything besides the meat.
Yeah,
I can't produce the meat.
Yeah.
But
Exactly. Yeah. It would be too.
No, even the eggs.
Yeah. Exactly.
But and the gnocchi are not vegan because they have eggs inside. Because basically it's the pasta recipe made the fresh pasta recipe.
Yeah.
Made it with the flour, eggs, and then we had the potato.
Okay.
And that's what makes the gnocchi. But also in Italy, you would use the 00 flour instead of gluten-free flour. And gnocchi are good and fluffy, and they're not chewy. And I like it. And so every time I produce something, I always try to reach a better spot.
Yeah.
I always have the goal to make my product as best as I can.
Yeah.
So the burger buns, I used to buy it before from a Norwegian bakery,
Yes.
and also some flour from the same bakery. But then I checked, they had wheat starch.
Oh.
It's gluten free.
Yeah.
But it's not wheat free.
Yeah,
And most of the people with celiac, they also have wheat allergies. So I stopped to buy that flour, and because their burger buns were extremely expensive, I had no profit at all on my burgers,
Okay.
I started to produce it. So I bought my silicone form for burgers, and I start to try the dough. I tried it with potato. I tried with different kind of ingredients. Yeah, I started to experiment. It lasted at least 6 months. Since I stopped to buy the burger buns.
It's so fluffy. It's really
Yeah.
pan brioche. It's the first pan brioche like this I have ever eaten in a burger, because usually it's really thick
And crumbles away.
Yeah, exactly. And also it's smaller than the burger, usually in some places.
Mhm.
And then it makes it also difficult to eat because everything falls apart. So, yeah.
No, I bought the form that I wanted to have, the size that I wanted to have for the meat also. So
Yeah, okay.
I know that I can.
It fits it much.
Yeah, it fits.
Yeah.
It's better. Also, the butter that we use, it's vegetables.
Yeah.
It's a vegetable
Margarine
product, so it's meat free.
Okay.
And you know, as I said, I took all the experience I had for any places that I worked in, and there's a lot of places.
Yeah.
And to try to remember what were the most issue, let's call it like that, the boring things. Oh,
Yeah.
this guy needs gluten-free pasta. Let's put another pot on, you know.
Yeah.
And make it like that, make it like this, make it without that. So there is very few products that, like the calzone, the fried calzone, it has milk and lactose inside because I use mozzarella.
Yeah, the mozzarella. Yeah.
Yeah, but if people ask,
I asked for it and you made it like
can I make it? Can you have it? Can I have it vegan? I always have the dough in the fridge.
Okay.
Some backup, you know.
Yeah.
So that I can actually. You have to wait a little longer. I'm sorry, but then you will be happy for sure. Very humble today.
Yeah, but come on, celiacs, we are used to wait a bit longer.
Yeah.
Also, so it doesn't make a big difference. And so the gnocchi, the burgers, I have tried the cacio pepe that are with guanciale.
Yeah, pecorino.
Pecorino, yeah, delicious. The burger, I took the nduja, that it's a bit spicy.
Yeah.
And I ate also the fried mini calzone with pesto and gluten-free, lactose-free cheese instead of the mozzarella, which was, yeah, me too. And then the cube, because it was my first meal here, and I asked you what's the best of the best, and you said the cube.
The cube is the best seller.
Why is it?
The cube also, why is it? Yeah. It's between the club sandwich and the BLT, bacon, lettuce, tomato. It's just American sandwich.
Yeah.
From the diner. You get a diner. I can have BLT, and but it's made with Italian gluten-free focaccia. So that's why flavors is also. It is Italian, but it's American inspired.
Yeah.
Like you have the fried wings, but you have it with andouille. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's always some Italian side things with it.
The Italian touches. Yeah.
And the cube was, I made it for breakfast for me and my wife like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, let's have a sandwich today.
It's very complete. What do we have in the cube?
There is chicken, there is bacon, there is eggs, there is salad, there is tomato, there is a mayonnaise. It depends which one you prefer.
Yeah, mayonnaise,
spices,
Wow.
And
so
it's so good.
Yeah, I mean, what else can you tell about the project? How is it starting a restaurant, your own restaurant? I think it's
it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And I always been. I mean, I have been restaurant manager when I used to live in England. I have been waiter. You know, so I'm kind of used to the contact with people.
Yes.
But being a seller, because at the end you are a seller here, because you're in a window talking to the customer. Being a seller and your own boss, so it's very. I remember the first day I was like, the day we opened, my wife was like, stay calm, everything's gonna be alright. Come on, hey, what if people doesn't like it? What if I fail? What? Oh my God!
Self pressure.
Yeah, it was good. And then one of the managers, let's have a spumante and let's have a prosecco. Yes, calm down. I said, okay. Then it was hard the first couple of months because people doesn't know you. If you now I don't wanna talk bad about the other kitchens. Of course not. It's just an example. If I tell you dumpling, you know what dumpling is.
Yeah.
If I tell you gyros or kebab, you know what kebab is or taco.
Yeah.
So it's more. It's kind of cliche food that everybody knows.
Yeah.
But if I tell you a cube,
the
hell is a cube?
We know what a cube is, but
you have to see it, you have to taste it, you have to get to know it, and yet you get to be the best seller. So
I can understand why, because it's really a complete sandwich with everything in it. The focaccia is so good, and I saw you preparing it, and that you kind of warm it up slash grill it, that it gets also a bit crunchy. Wow, it's so good.
juicy, crunchy.
Yeah, it's
Okay, you're getting hungry.
I'm getting really hungry. So just to start closing the interview, I usually close asking the interviewed person for an advice.
Okay.
To the audience, let's say.
Mhm.
And to you, I would like to ask for two advices.
Yeah.
The first advice would be related to you personally. What would be your advice for somebody who has been living gluten-full, let's say, all his life, and then all of a sudden the diagnosis comes?
Mhm.
And then the second advice would be, as an entrepreneur, what would you recommend people? Because, for example, you had the first application without a clear idea, but then after you made the second application with a complete and solid idea, it was easier. So please.
Okay. For who is get diagnosed lately, they lost the opportunity to eat gluten free.
Yeah.
I say, don't get it so bad. Times are changing, and there is a lot of way that you can actually not losing the flavors. One thing it's important to remember, it's that if you cook for yourself at home and you want to develop a good recipe, remember that water is the most important thing. Steam and water is the most important thing to develop a good dough.
Uh-huh.
So this, the advice that came up to my mind now is
Sure, it's fine.
yeah, it's don't forget the water.
Yeah, perfect.
It's not impossible to handle. Okay, and
For the entrepreneurs.
for anybody else who wants to have their own restaurant, don't be afraid. I was a lot,
Yeah.
but you have to be very focused to
So define the goal, or
define your
what you
goal,
want. Yeah.
and don't lose hope,
Yes.
because there is always somebody you can make happy somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Stefano, first of all, thank you for the great food that I could eat every night here since last Thursday, and today it's Monday. Yeah. And then for your time, also, I'm sharing
My pleasure.
your experience. And as you could see, first of all, if you are diagnosed, don't take it so strong. Things are changing. Availability is bigger and bigger. And if you want to prepare your own stuff at home, don't forget the water. And if you want to be a restaurant owner or start a franchise of flavors, call him. But if you want to be a restaurant owner, have a clear goal and don't lose focus, because the rest of the things come together alone. Thanks, Stefano,
Thank you.
and thanks for your time. See you in the next video.
Bye bye.
Bye.